Blog Talk Radio.
On tonight's all-new and exciting episode of Some Kind of Radio Show, President Obama speaks to a group of high-ranking IRS officials this week on how he plans to double people's tax returns next year.
I'll find money in the budget. To keep the budget balanced, I will double your tax money at the crap station.
Comments from new Some Kind of Radio Show ace reporter Bob Gottago on his training for the upcoming Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest in just a few days on July 4th.
Some Kind of Radio Show ace reporter Bob Gottago here to share how I am getting ready for the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Here is how.
And lastly, our very own Mike Malone wins a very special bowling tournament. Here are some of his brief comments after the win.
Party was up. Everyone came.
And here's what one of the participants thought of Mikey's win.
Do it again, and you'll be admiring my butt from the pavement with the straw.
Absolutely none of these stories will be talked about by the panel tonight on Some Kind of Radio Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Some Kind of Radio Show here on Blog Talk Radio. Call in live now at 347-989-8810. And here's our host, the one, the only, Biggie Earl McCune.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another all-new and exciting, I don't know if it'll be exciting, but we'll just go with all-new. Another all-new episode of Some Kind of Radio Show here on blogtalkradio.com. I am your host, Earl McCune. With me tonight is our panel. Mike Malone will be joining us here shortly, along with hopefully Kevin Braun. He's supposed to be calling in anytime. He just texted me just a little bit ago, and he may or may not. He's running a little late. He's at a little bit of a gathering tonight. To start the show, our call-in number, if you'd like to call in, as always, 347-989-8810. One of our other things I want to bring up and make sure I brought up tonight, I've been forgetting about it every week here, is everyone's talking in the background and the dog's barking. But anyway, visit us on Facebook at Some Kind of Radio Show. How you do that is facebook.com/SKO Radio Show. That's facebook.com SKO Radio Show. And follow us on Twitter at mybarkingdog.com. No, Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at SKO Radio Show. I don't know if Mike's back on the line or not. Mike, you back?
Mike is
no,
back.
He's still. Mike is back. Let me introduce my first panelist. A little bit about Mike. I gave him the advice that greed is good, and he went with it. It's Mike Malone.
Yes, and greed is good.
Greed is good. And Kevin, whenever he decides to join us, he does have the personality and the charm of a wooden man with splinters, but he's not here yet. But I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's actually working with some wood right now. Might be his own, but he does that.
More than likely it is his own wood, but I don't know. I can't say anything.
And our other normal panelist, Debbie McCune, is off sick tonight. I hope she gets better soon, because she's driving me nuts bitching about she don't feel good. So
didn't he say she had craniorectitis?
Yes, I think it is craniorectitis. I mean,
or craniorectal inversion, got your head up your ass?
Yeah, something just like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's begin with our first topic of the night. Let me find out. God, I had this all pulled up and something went wrong with my damn computer again. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the story about the 12-year-old boy found in his own basement. I'm getting breathed on right now over my shoulder. Deb, I know you don't feel good, but it sounds like Darth Vader. I'm going to start calling you Dev Vader.
Class on.
For someone who don't feel good, you're trying to get involved in the show. Here we go. What?
I bet you
All
that
right,
I bet you that was one hell of a game of hide and seek to be gone for 11 days. I think that's a new record.
Yeah, okay, what was life like for the missing Detroit boy? He's 12 years old, found in the basement. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit of the story here, courtesy of Yahoo.com. The missing 12-year-old boy who mysteriously turned up in his own basement was homeschooled, subjected to an intense exercise regimen, and was possibly abused by police. You're abused by police. I can't even read. Yes, I've had a couple of cocktails today, so please forgive me. I'm not drunk, but had a couple of cocktails, and Holly needs to shut up. My dog in the background is having an absolute conniption fit because people are eating in the background, and she wants the food. Anyway, according to police, he was abused. But as new details emerge about the strange case, authorities are planning. I can't read, man. They're painting a picture of what life was like for Charlie Fulfil V. He was found Wednesday in his basement of a condo building where he lives, his father and stepmother, near downtown Detroit, 12 days after reporting him missing. Now I'm going to tell you something. How in the hell you have somebody in your basement for 12 days and not know they're there? Personally, I think the parents had a little something to do with it. Mikey, I think you're thinking the same way, my friend.
Yes, I do believe so.
12 days. I mean, this kid, can you, hold on, I'm going to go, can you keep an eye out for another phone line to ring? Okay. Yeah, they used, I was watching some of the other stories, they used cadaver dogs. They were also using, they searched the place several times, so either the kid was a hell of a hider and didn't piss or shit for 12 days.
Oh, man.
Or he was in and out of the house.
I bet he went crazy.
God, could you imagine, 12 days in your basement and you can't use the bathroom? I mean, come on. Don't eat, don't piss, don't shit for 12 days. Dude, this kid had to be hidden somewhere by somebody.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. But another story. How about this? I think it's a stupidity about that guy that's supposed to drop his kid off at the daycare before he went to work. Forgot.
Yeah.
It was at work all day and found the child dead. I mean, it's a tragic story.
Yeah.
But don't you think at some point during the day, someone would have walked past the car, heard him screaming or something?
Well, you would think, and then I was just before the show started, there was a report on CNN that during the funeral, there was like 400 people at the funeral, and I guess this was a very strange funeral from what I gather from watching this. The father called into the funeral. He called, because he was, obviously he's being held, so he calls the funeral. He called in, and I guess he's relaying what he wanted to say on a cell phone to everybody, and they held, from what I'm gathering, they held this phone to a microphone so he could talk to everybody while he's in jail.
Oh, God.
I mean, this is just the strangest story I've heard in a while. Come on. And like you said, Mike, the kid's in the car all day, and you think somebody would have seen? No.
Yeah.
Either people are ignorant, or there's just nobody around. But there had to be, where this car was found, are people that ignorant today? Really.
It's a sad time in our world. It's ridiculous, but not as sad as the other story that I read. This is an actual police report out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. There's a 79-year-old man charged with attempted rape of a 19-year-old girl.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
The charge was assault with a dead weapon.
Wow. Hey, that reminds me of going back to your little our little spoof story of you at the beginning. You know, you went in the special tournament with the Special Olympics kids.
Oh, I crushed them.
Yeah, that's why they call you the ringer.
I crushed them.
But anyway, the comment you gave is just for what the old commercials used to do with Polagra is like party in your mouth and everybody came.
Yeah.
So Deadwood, I mean, you got to help the guy out with the dead weapon.
I mean, in the final match, I won. I shot 247, and the kid shot 18. I mean, it was over before it got started.
Yeah, and then something about he wanted to look at your butt with a straw. I mean, did he want to do this with your butt?
Pavement.
Well, yeah, that. I was kind of thinking of the movie. What was it the Wolf on Wall Street? The beginning of the Wolf on Wall Street with the. The scene I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Well, apparently, I haven't seen the movie, but everybody at my regular day job. Well, night job, I work third shift, but the job, I guess they're talking about the scene where Leonardo DiCaprio is absolutely, he's like, they do a lot of coke in this thing, and I guess he's sniffing it out of this chick's ass. So I was just kind of wondering if that's which way they were going with this.
All right.
Oh, my God.
And then I did hear
Anyway.
another story the other day that was quite hilarious. We talked about this earlier.
Okay.
Apparently there was a man who broke into his family's house and was robbing them. But he stopped in the middle of the robbery to go on the home computer and check out his own Facebook page. Now, he probably would have got away with it, as most robberies do, but he left out one small detail. He forgot to log off Facebook. So the next time when they came home, they looked on the computer, saw his Facebook.
Stupid criminal stories.
That's how they nailed him.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I've heard some dumb criminal stories before, and that probably is one of the top dumbest criminal stories. I mean, yeah, hey, I'm going to rob your house, but hey, I want to use your computer. I got to check my email real quick.
Yeah.
Got to use my Facebook to let everybody know what's going on. Yeah, I mean,
it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who the hell does? I mean, dude, I want to tell you something. There is some dumb ass people out there today. There really are.
How dumb are they?
How dumb are they? They are so dumb that, true story. Speaking of dumb people, either dumb or back to your ringer story. I was in Walmart last week, and
There's a lot of dumb stories come out of there.
Oh, this one's a good one. This guy had to be probably in his late 30s, early 40s, looked fairly normal, sounded fairly normal, and he's walking through holding hands with his wife, I presume, and they're checking out, and they got those benches up front and everything. I'm kind of just sitting down chilling. My knee was bothering me, and I'm sitting there chilling. All of a sudden, this guy sits down next to me. And he's kind of doing the same thing, not saying much. He's texting on his phone. And here comes his wife, and he looks down, and he goes, "Honey, my shoe come untied again." Next thing you know, this lady's dropped what she's doing. She gets down on her knees and ties the guy's shoes.
Hey, wait a minute. That was me.
No, this wasn't you. I think this was your twin. What is his name? Frank Malone.
Oh, little Frankie. Oh,
little Frankie. Little Frankie, otherwise known as Ho.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Back at it again. But no, seriously, this guy, I mean, she ties both his shoes, and she goes, yeah, she looks up and she says, "Honey, we need to seriously start thinking about getting you Velcro." And I'm sitting there and I hear this. I'm thinking, wow, you're going to make a great subject on the show.
That is awesome.
Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard I'm coughing my head off.
If you have that much control over a woman to have her tie your own shoes, man, you got it made.
I don't think it was control. I just don't think he knew how. I don't think he knew how to tie his shoes. I mean, that's getting back to the subject. I think there's a lot of dumbass people out there today.
Oh wait, I was looking at it at another angle, so I see it now. That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, then I was looking at a really cool one. Speaking, let's switch subjects a little bit here. Anyone's listening in right now, which I doubt it. They usually get most of our listeners are downloaders, and I'd like to thank all the downloaders who have downloaded our last few shows. We've really picked up a few listeners. Don't get a lot of live listens, but we get a lot of downloads, and I'd like to thank everybody for that. But for those listening in live and would like to participate in the show, our telephone number is 347-989-8810, and you can call in and talk to myself and Mr. Mikey. And Mike is an expert on... You're a funny guy, Mike. Anyway, really cool story. I was just reading earlier. There was I don't know where he's from or what possessed this guy to do this, but he built the coolest thing I've seen in probably a long, long time. Turned a convertible into a hot tub, and you're able to drive it.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you see this at?
It's on Yahoo. It's on the main front page of Yahoo. Actually, you can just type in, if anyone's interested in reading it. I'd go look at my computer right now. Yeah, I can't, my dog is barking so bad right now. If I go sit out there, I'm not in front of my computer right now. I'm actually walking around in the other room using my mobile microphone and talking and doing the show because I can't go sit in front of my computer and because the dog is going ape shit because everyone's eating out there. Well, they decide they want to eat while we're doing the show, and of course, you know, my dog Holly, who likes to bark like absolute crazy when she wants to eat everyone's food.
All the time.
Yes. But yeah, a great story about the guy who built a hot tub out of a... Hold on a second. Can you keep that page up so I can know if the phone's ringing? It's built out of a 69 Coupe de Ville, this thing, right?
69?
No call. Yeah. I like 6801 later because, you know...
Well, some women like 77s. You get 8 more.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a world's fastest hot tub.
Okay, I gotta see this. I'm on the main page right now. My computer sucks.
Yeah. Well, I heard it blows.
That's what she uses it.
Hey now.
I wasn't saying Debbie.
Well, come on. She's a spitter, so she's a quitter. Come on.
Oh.
I have stooped to new lows. See, she can't defend herself because she's not. She can't defend herself because she's not a part of the show tonight because she don't feel good, but she can sit there and read the stories and play with the computer. Oh, I don't feel like talking on the show tonight. I just don't feel good. I can't do it. I don't feel good at all.
I do not see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to search.
Yeah, you have to search it because it's an interesting story. This guy with a hot tub, world's fastest hot tub out of a 69 Coupe de Ville. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, I saw the picture. I mean, I could see myself cruising around in a hot tub. You know?
There it is.
Hey, do you see it now? Yeah. Hey, ladies, you want to come for a ride?
Yeah. No way, old man.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be my luck. Yeah.
The Carpool de Ville.
Yep. Carpool de Ville.
Wow.
Talk about a new meaning to carpool. Oh my God.
The engine warms the water.
Yeah. Yeah, there's other ways to warm the water.
Yeah.
Mikey, any big plans for the 4th?
Probably work.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I know this. I'm going to be drinking beer and eating food somewhere. I just don't know where yet or what I'm doing yet. I just know there's going to be beer involved. Jeez. Yeah, and speaking of beer, I just change the subject up a little bit. And most of for people that listen to this show, and people that know me, I've over the last couple of years, I've tried to turn into a craft beer type of guy. I try to hit those IPAs and those specialty beers and those, non-mass produced things. Well, I decided, a buddy of mine, he said, "Oh, dude, you got to go try this beer out." Well, of course, he hasn't tried it yet, so I'm the guinea pig. And my friend Steve, you know Steve, and he's like, "Oh, you got to try it." He has me go try this Bush Copper crap. Well, it's 5.7% alcohol. So I'm like, well, you know what? There's a plus to this. So I tried it out. Yeah, there's a big plus to that. So I tried the stuff out, and lo and behold, it's not bad. I'm not going to say it's good, because I can't publicly say it's good. You wouldn't catch me drinking it outside. Let's just put it that way. So I got this. I went to the store and I bought the 6-pack of. They got 6-pack of 16 ounces, 6-pack of Tall Boys. It's like $7. Okay, that's for what you're getting. That's a good price, All right, I try them out. Lo and behold, I actually like them. I drink like 4 of them today, and they do pack a punch, and there's actually some flavor to them, and it's actually something I would consider drinking here in the house.
Yeah, you don't really want to go. You really don't
want to go out
want
to a picnic and go out to the bar. Hey, can I get one of them bushes?
Yeah. To hell with the mountains. But show me your bush.
Yeah. The mountains of bush. Jeez. Speaking of mountains of bush. I just looked out and saw Deb.
We need an hour or two show.
We do. And you know what? The good, we only got 8 minutes of this shit. Wow. Anyway, the good thing is, I want to talk about the show possibly going to an hour because, we're getting some support, starting to get some listens. I'm like, okay. And actually I've gotten a couple of fan emails through our Facebook. And again, I will repeat the Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/SKO Radio Show, and you can find our official Facebook page. And there is our site. We always post some posts there on a weekly basis. We post the shows there, and what other pertinent information we can about the show. Whenever something's going on, we do that. We also have Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at SKO Radio Show. And same thing, we'll tweet. And I'm not a big Twitter fan. I never have been, but it does. And actually, I think Twitter has actually helped produce some listeners. But anyway, those listeners have been asking, hey, you guys are only on for a half hour. Why a half hour? Well, we do the show on Blog Talk Radio. We are basically a startup show, which is free. There's no premium. I don't pay any charges to start and run this show. With the premium service, you have to pay, I think it's $39 or $40 a month. Well, in doing so, I'm looking at doing this, but I am looking at a couple of options. A buddy of mine actually suggested that, hey, why don't you start a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo? I'm like, well, that's an interesting thought, and I'm doing some looking into that and to try to just generate a little funds to get us started on it. And I'm thinking about, if I'm going to do this, if we're going to do this, is getting some professional real radio equipment with, the microphone, get a couple, 2 or 3 mics set up, and then, just a little sound mixing board that you can hook in through the computer and do this. And I think it'd be worth doing if I can get the support. And you know what, $39 or $40 to get started for a month. But the one big complaint that I get, you know, like we've had some issues with the microphone. I'm not using the same microphone I did the last couple of weeks. I've had it cut out a couple times.
A couple?
But the biggest thing a couple. The thing is now I have to use, when we do this show, I'm actually talking to you on the telephone. And this is for people, I'm answering a couple of questions for a couple people ask how we do it. I call a phone number, and I have access to a control board, which is basically, I get control of all the phone lines. You know, anybody calls in or whatnot, I can hang up, put them on hold, whatever, and I have to it comes with a caller ID on it, which is really cool. Then there's another panel that gives me access to sound effects and whatnot. But right now I only get access to 3. I get the opening of the show, which I program every week, and then I get another sound effect. I think I put a buzzer on there, which I'm not going to use tonight, no need to. And then I got the ending. But with the premium, you can go 15 or 20 sound effects and do all sorts of goofy stuff. You know, you can also, really cool thing we can do is start adding in getting real commercials, getting companies to sign on with us and actually would cover the cost of doing the show. So out there, folks, if you have any suggestions how we can, I don't know, maybe, you know, like I said, we're thinking about doing some kind of fundraising thing through either Indiegogo or, oh, God, the other one is just right in my tip of my tongue. I lost it. Kickstarter, thank you. And or any other suggestions, you know, any ideas to improve the show, we are always, you know, get a hold of Mike, get a hold of myself, get a hold of Kevin, get a hold of Debbie. You know, you can find us all on Facebook, and we'll certainly entertain any suggestions you might have or any thoughts you might have, show topics, format change ideas, anything. We will entertain it. We are willing to try anything new to make the show entertaining, informative, and less of me babbling. How does that sound?
That sounds awesome.
I wasn't asking you, Mike.
Because it's only a matter of time before your babbling gets old.
Well,
Debbie's babbling already has been old.
I've been hearing her talk out there for like the last half hour. We have a guest over right now, so she's so sick. I can't, you know.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I'm so glad Kevin called in. No, wait, he didn't call in, did he?
No, he forgot.
Well, you need
He's
to
having
get out of
trouble
the
with
way.
wood.
Yeah, he's having trouble with his wood. Your foot's stuck. What do you do? Show it up your own butt again? See? She just said she don't feel good. But I think she had her foot firmly in her ass. And anyway. Anyway. We got about 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the show.
Okay. I'm going to use this 1 minute and 40 seconds to tell you a joke.
All right, I'm all ears. Good. The world is all ears, Mike. You got the floor.
It's not me naked either. Okay, this is one for you listeners out there. If you can remember, just tell all your friends. This is great. This lonely woman puts an ad in the paper saying, "I'm in desperate need of a husband. My last husband kicked me, hit me, then ran out on me. I need someone good. I don't need another man like that." So she goes, a couple of days later, she's going through the personals and stuff. She gets a reply, and the guy sounds really good. They talk for a few weeks. They really hit it off, and it's about time they meet. So the day comes that they meet. Doorbell rings. It's a guy in a wheelchair. Quadriplegic. Says, "Ma'am, I know I can be good to you." She says, "Look at you. You're in a wheelchair. How can you be so good to me?" "I can't move my arms or legs, so I would never hit you or walk out on you. And I can also be the best lover you ever had." She says, "You have no arms or legs, movement in your arms or legs. You can't do anything. What makes you think you're a good lover?" He says, "Ma'am, how do you think I rang the doorbell?"
Jesus Christ. You sick man. Well, we got 10 seconds left. We got to go. Mike, as always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us this week
Always
on
a pleasure,
Some
too.
Kind of Radio
Hopefully we'll
Show.
be doing some remotes very soon, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. We got one in mind. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in 2 weeks again for Some Kind of Radio Show here on blogtalkradio.com. Tune in next time. Mike, I'll call you after the show.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Or 2 weeks.
See you next time.
You have been listening to Some Kind of Radio Show with our host, Big E, Earl McCune. Tune in next week, same time, same place for another fun-filled episode. Have a great night and catch you on the flip side.